To turn a corner, you've got a variety of options and a little bit of practice to do. So let's just kind of talk about, instead of just running off the end of your fabric and then coming back on and then having that tail to deal with, which is one of your options, is just to come off, come back on, and then when you go to clip the little remaining tail, you want to just fray check it first and then let it dry, then clip it, and then it won't come undone as you go. But if you actually do want to change or turn your corner while you're in motion here, what you want to do is actually go right up to the very last part of your fabric. So that might mean taking by hand the few stitches until the needles go right off the fabric. So right now my last stitch went just off the fabric. Bring the needles up, turn it. Going to have to slide those threads off the little pins in there, and then bring it back into position. Now you might end up with a little extra bit of thread, and if that's the case, you can take up here where your threads are a little bit slack and kind of pull them back up at the cones. And then when you lower it down, here's the trick. Your needles are kind of at an angle to you. So just because you're sitting in front of the serger doesn't mean you're going to catch where you want. So when you turn that hand wheel down, you'll probably find, oh wait, wow, I'm a lot further in than I thought. Bring that fabric back just a little bit and go. Now, one thing that we didn't talk about is if you were trimming off a little bit of the fabric and you're turning a corner and trimming off a little bit more, what you want to do is pre-cut where you want that knife to kind of be set up to cut. So let's do this one more time. So we'll come right up to the edge, go about a stitch off, there we go, turn or pull the fabric out the back and then bring it around the front. Now you can line up the knife, the needles, and everybody all at once, and then continue to cut off what you were cutting off before. You probably want to do this more with a rolled hem. Oh, I didn't do a lot. See how far it came in? So we didn't catch that little bit. But here, where I actually was paying more attention, I caught that a little bit more at the corner. Doing this with a rolled hem will be a little bit more trickier because the seam is a little bit narrower. But believe me, with a couple tries, you'll be able to pull that off without any problem. Now you'll still end up, if you were going around a complete square, the little tail at the end, you will have one. So once again, fray check it, let it dry, clip it, and you're good to go.